So Python multi-label editor. Let me run this code. Okay, I'll also go into that code to show what it has. See, like actually, it has opened the image. Okay, so which we already did, right? Like, so I'll show you what this will do, and then I'll go into the code. So if you see, this is an image which is opened from a path here, which I have mentioned it inside the code. Okay, so this path. Okay, so this is a let me go here. Okay, so this part, what we can do is we can actually I wrote this code to where in image we can draw some boxes like this and identify that this is a person or a vehicle, something like this. Okay, I'll tell you like what why we need it. Okay, later. So let me just type. Let me put this is a stone. Okay, there are like few pop-ups came here and I'm selecting something and you can see it is getting updated here. Okay, so similarly if I actually click see here when it where it went to another image and again you have some more things. Okay, I'm just randomly putting some more things as both stone. Okay, let me put stones. This I'll put it like tower. Okay, I'll show you like what this has come. So water. So these are all my hometown pictures. Like this is beach from my hometown. So let me put other. Okay. So anything. So these are the four images what we have here. So once it is done, it has closed. And let me also show you whatever we actually drawn few boxes over there, right? So those boxes are I have actually saved changed some part of code, so it did not save here. Okay. Uh, yeah, yeah, okay. So you should, I actually put, okay. So let me run it again. Let me show you once more. So once you run, you can see here it has created this box. So let me put person, okay. And then actually I'm putting a boat here. One more thing with vehicle. Let me put it randomly like this. So I'll put this tower. So stones, okay. So if you see here now, let me open this and show. So okay, so if you see, so it has saved few things. Okay. Oh, let me open in with Notepad. I actually installed it sometime back. So this has saved image path and then object ID, which was like one here, and then a person what we actually have selected over there, and four more things here. Okay, like if you see, these are the box coordinates, whatever we have drawn there, right? So those values, it is showed it here. Is that like what point in that array, like shape, like in the image array, we have drawn the box. We can actually get it from these four values. Okay, so let me go into the code and show you what actually it has done. So what actually I have done is I'll show you briefly here. So this is where I actually have my data, which is inside this data folder. So one more thing, like I'll show you. I have actually defined this main folder above. Uh, Actually, I defined it at this level, which I actually, in case if you don't know exactly what place your folder is, but you have the code in the same folder, right? So you can do this os.get cwd, which will get the current directory and save this folder. It means this main folder will be this path where you are running this file, right? Like file, right? So that path will be your main folder. Okay, so once you got this main folder, so here I am like saving a image that folder where I have data. So this is a folder, and let me also see here. And I have created a function here, same create folder, where it checks if the folder path exists. If it doesn't, it will create a folder. Okay. So it has created a folder ground truth here at this level. See, ground truth. This is a folder here. So, and one more thing, if you see, like I'm defining the path CSV file inside the ground truth folder, which was this file. So, and similarly, there is one more label text. Let me go and see, like next thing is, it is reading the label text in this file. Okay, it is reading, opening in the read mode and then reading it to a list here. So let me see what is there. This is, if you see, these are things which I have manually entered and stored it here. Okay, and if you, while running this code, what happens is, okay, so here all these values will get stored in a list. Okay, so this is the code for it. So it will split by line. Each line it will be stored in a separate item in a list. Okay, so that is this code. And next, what it does is, this will, it is checking if this CSV path, whatever we mentioned here, it exists already. So if it is not, if it doesn't exist, then what it is doing is, I am creating a data frame. Okay, so with column names as this. Okay, so it doesn't have any data, it is an empty data frame, but we define a column. And similarly, there is one more thing like previous data frame. I actually, this is according to the logic requirements for there. So I also created one more here. And next thing what I have done is, I have added, like saved it to CSV by doing this way, like open the file in write mode, and then to see, and then next part is in pandas data frame, you can save it into CSV by doing to CSV and file path here, and then index equal to false is like just that index values won't come, get saved out as a new column. So that is about for that. So this is like initially what it will do is, it will create you this CSV, empty CSV. Okay, so after this, what we are trying to do is, initially this previous ground truth frame, where in case if it is already exists, what it will do is, it will current ground truth frame is an empty, and previous one is what it will read if it is already existing with some values. Okay, so the next point here is, it is going list their image folder. This image folder is nothing but this data folder. So this data folder, it is doing os.list there. So what this os.list there will do is, it will go and get all the items what are inside it. So here in our case, we only have this image files. Okay, so it will check this image file here. So this is the full image path, right? So which image name, we get only image name here, and os.path.join and image folder on this one. Then you'll be getting a full path there. Okay. So and then according to my logic, what I have written here is, in case if it is already exists in the CSV, some information about that particular image already exists, then I want to skip that. I don't want to use it. So I'm checking this previous data frame is where it has read from the CSV, right? If it already exists, so it will check in this column image path. So if I go into that CSV, let me open it with the Notepad++ only. So these are the first image path columns. Okay, it will check if this path already exists. Like these are the four paths here. So it will check if that image name is already contained. So information about that image name already exists in that CSV. Then it will continue. It will skip it. Okay, if it is continue, what it will do? It will not process any further. It will skip that image, go for the next image. Okay, this is what it will do. Okay, and the next line of code is like, once in case if there is no image. Okay, so okay, this I have changed it sometime back. Let me put it here. So I'll tell you what does it do does later. So at this level, let's skip this, okay? Like I'm not telling what it is. This is just like for saving purpose. So what I'm trying to do is I am actually saving our CSV after like few steps. Like this is a kind of for loop what I keep, okay? Like I'll tell you later what it is. So at this level, what I'm trying to do is I'm resetting index and then I'm just doing reset index, okay? Like just the order will be like different once you append it. And here I'm saving the CSV. Okay, only this I'm doing only if like my I value is greater than some defined value. I actually kept some 10 or 1. Okay, so every one step it will start saving this. Okay, so here I'm incrementing I here. So and actually I'm making it 0 again. Means like and then let's come to actual logic. Okay, so this logic here is I'm reading this full path here, that image here, and I'm resizing it to 640 into 480. This is a kind of, there are like different kinds of resizes which you can do. So these are one few of those things. And once you do this, next part is my actual logic, where what I'm doing is get bbox from mouse on capture. This is a function where I have defined this class, like where I'm calling this mouse click functions as one of the class. So which I have it here. Okay, where I am actually capturing my mouse click. Okay, so this pvt dot event left button down and this is left button up. So how I am actually drawing an image over here is, let me open it. So in this case, I'm pressing my left mouse button, and I am dragging it. Okay, so all these should be tracked, and I'm also leave once I leave it, it will be box will be filled, and I'll be getting a next pop-up. Okay, and I can write some values over there. So let me put style. Let me not save it. I'm not saving it. Okay. So so such events should get captured. So this is the way to capture. Okay. So there is a this code actually I got it from internet, like where cv2 dot event left up actually means when you leave the like left hand button and its mouse came up, and left hand button goes down here. So when you click it, this is the code which will execute. And similarly, once you leave it again, like after dragging to some part, so this is a code it will execute. If not, like then if you are holding it and moving right, so this is the code where it will execute. Okay, so this is about a code here, mouse click code. So you can refer it. Okay, so and once you got those things, okay, I am saving those boxes at this level. So how actually boxes matters is, so let me open things. Okay, so let us say this is the image, right? So I am keeping a box this way. So even this is also a similar functionality where I click it, I am able to draw a box, and when I leave it, that is where the box will stop. Okay. So and here, let us say some x comma y is the coordinate. Okay. Think it as it's like kind of think it entire thing as a kind of your coordinate axis xy, where this is our array, like where this is 0 0, and this is the x direction, like row direction, and this is a column direction. Row direction is x and column direction is y. Let us think that way. So and let us take this width what you have drawn is w. Okay, and this height what you have drawn is h. So what this will be, x plus h, comma, it has not changed in y direction, right? So means like the column direction it has not changed, so it will remain the same. And what will be this one? It will change only in okay, it will change only in width. Okay, and what this will have is, this will have both. You have implemented in this way and as well as this. Okay. So this is about a box what you are able to draw. You can represent this box by four variables. Okay. Instead of representing all the four coordinates, if you just have x, y, w, h, so these four would be enough to represent a box like this. Okay. So in this case, like what we are trying to do here is we are saving those four values at this level. So x, y, w, and h. So these four we are saving for each of the box what we captured, and I am saving it in a list here, and this is a data frame. So this is a data frame what we defined earlier, right? So in this data frame I am appending so image full path and object id what I which is just like 1 2 3 what we get depending on number of boxes. So and this is a label. So label is what we have selected in the pop-up what we got, and x, y, double hit are those box coordinates. I am computing it in this format and adding it here. Okay. So and this will be saved here. This will loop will run, and the next time like again it will get saved into CSV after few steps, and again the new image will come, and then in that new image you will be drawing few more box. This will continue. But what we did not see is that pop-up, right? So this is one more kind of package what we use for getting such pop-ups. Okay, so there is a let me show you one thing. Like here, in case if I go to next image, I actually like in case we want to capture keyboard keys. Okay, so there is a way this way as well. So where r this is like inbuilt function again. So r dot r if you put, so this will be true in case like this actually like our key value is getting captured at this level on the image, and if you press r, okay, this value if we are checking if it is equal to r. Okay, and then I'm actually resetting it. I kept this r for reset. Similarly c for like skipping like clearing the that I am skipping that particular image, and d in case I want to store those boxes where I have what I have drawn. Okay, these are the three things which I have defined it here. I can do it this way. So, and one more thing I want to show you is like you can see, okay, let's run it. So if you see this, so once I draw a box, it is opening one pop-up, right? So this